Hey y'all, it's a Prelabel 2 here, and it's just something on my mind. I really just gotta talk about. Um, I've been sitting here for like the last 15, 20 minutes or so, really trying not to be or become emotional, and not like where I'm boohoo sad about nothing. No, like um, just sitting here thinking, and if you don't know, last year, I started a pop-up shop called Creators Intent. Okay. Creators Intent is specifically for handmade product. So, hand created things. And it is a pop up shop for handmade products where people can come and purchase. And not only is it a pop up shop, it's typically a daytime open mic on a Saturday. And, from December to about April last year, this is something I was doing monthly. Okay. And I had to take an extended break just because, I do that, but I'm also a creative trauma release coach. So my main focus is my coaching business and making sure that my coaching business that I'm able to be mentally, emotionally present and where I run my workshops and events and things like that. And so, you know, I've been burnt out. But over the last little bit of time, when I'm getting my bearings, we're getting back to myself, and not just getting back to myself, but getting back to business and really getting back to reaching out to some of the vendors and some of the people that I met through Creators Intent, um, in preparation for some things that I'm working on. And I'm realizing, like, man, when God gave me that idea for Creators Intent, He did something. And I'm not really talking about the business idea. You know what I'm saying? The business idea of things, great. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you know me and you know me as a person, you know that everything that I do comes from my heart. Comes from my heart. Some days I could care less if I got $1. You know what I'm saying? As long as love is present, as long as positivity is present, as long as, there's a sense of community and things like that, it ain't always about the money with me. And if you know me, you know that. But I'm sitting here, just got off the phone with, I won't name no names, but I just got off the phone with one of my people, okay? And like this week, in the process of planning a special event that I have coming up, Oh How the Budding Blossoms, the True Vision event, and I'll be sharing more about that later. It's an annual event that I host. This will be my third year doing this. And so, in the process of just the beginning of the process of getting that together and learning that I'm not Superwoman and I gotta take the cape off and, you know, solicit help and let my guard down. I'm reaching out to my people that I met or built a bond with through Creators Intent. I met a lot of dope people through Creators Intent. And if you were ever a vendor, if you were ever someone who came and did some poetry or music or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? If you ever came through the spot, I appreciate you. I appreciate you because I couldn't have done it without you. Yes, you know, it was an idea that God gave me and he used me to bring it forth, but the reality is I couldn't do it without you. And like going through my thoughts, especially over the last week, and reaching out to my people that I met through this particular event, like all the love that was in Creators Intent, like all the people that showed up and all the regular vendors and things like that, there was so much love. There was so much love in the place. And what people don't know about me in that moment when Creators Intent got up and going, I was in the thick. I was in the thick of my healing journey. Not saying I'm not now. I'm still, but I'm on the other side of some major things now. But at that time, like, I was in the thick of it. And I needed love. I needed to be poured into. I needed these things so that I can get closer to fulfilling the destiny that God, you know what I'm saying? The calling that God has put on my life. You know, at this point, when I started Creators Intent, like, I was depleted mentally, emotionally, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had love in me, but I was scared to share it because I was scared to give it to the wrong people. I was scared that it was going to go into the wrong hands. And then, you know, just all so many things because I been through so much. Been through so much. And to look up and haven't really done too many events or anything since June of last year. Since last year is Oh How the Budding Blossomed, because I was just, you know, a little worn out. But to still see that I can reach out to almost any one of them and say, hey, this is what I'm doing, you know, can we work together on this? Or, you know, do you want to be a part? And to be greeted with so much love, that was God's doing. Creators Intent was God's doing and nobody else's. Because outside looking in, people are thinking like, oh, she treats these people so good and this and that. And I was giving out what God gave me to give out. But the reality is I just like, I just like people appreciate the time and the effort that I put into Creators Intent. I appreciate the fact that all those who came through showed up to give their love as well, to give their time and energy as well, to build community as well, to share a love of creation, the same love of creation that I have as well. I couldn't have done it without you. And to know that God has really allowed me to build a community of love, of kindness, of people who are genuine, who really care about me and what I got going on, and who are willing to help, and vice versa, you know, and vice versa. Like, to see that and to recognize that the effort and the time that I put in wasn't in vain, something I did in fear, I left every creator's intent overwhelmed with joy, but also like, man, I would go into every creator's intent nervous and scared. What people don't see, I went into every creator's intent nervous, shaking, shaking. You heard? And would leave creator's intent fulfilled and overwhelmed with joy. Sometimes I share tears. Like, man, God really pulled through for me on that one. You know, and I feel like that genuinely with every event or workshop that I do. But, like, creator's intent for me was really the beginning of something greater. Building community for something greater. Building bonds for something greater. Building business for something greater. You know? And at this moment, creator's intent is on a slight pause, and that's okay. But when it come back, if you have not been, slide through. You won't regret it. There's so much love in the room. The type of love that you search your whole life looking for. No exaggeration. It's in the room. All in all, what I'm trying to say, I'm sorry. Y'all just, if you don't know my journey, like, but all in all, what I'm trying to say is that God can give you an idea to do something, and if you're too afraid, you may never acquire what you're looking for. You may never acquire what you need. Sometimes we look for support and love and community from people who can't provide it, who don't want to provide it. And God will give you an idea and spark something that will lead you directly to what you've been searching for. But sometimes we'll allow fear to stop. Because we think it's too big, or we think it's, not possible. Or we think that we won't find the support. No, it's there. The love is there. The community is there. It's there. And you just have to trust that what God is giving you to do Even if you ain't got much to your name, even if you think that your name ain't worth nothing, that it's not gonna hold no weight, even if you think people ain't looking, they are. They are. I can't tell you how many people I had not heard from, had not talked to in years, that showed up and pulled through to Creators Intent, that showed up and pulled through to True Vision workshops. Unexpected. Don't sit on what God is giving you, because what you're asking for is on the other side of that action. What you're asking for is on the other side of that action. Like, something I say all the time is that faith creates action. And if your faith ain't moving you, you need to check your faith. I don't know who I'm talking to or who needs to hear this, but that idea God gave you, get up and get going. Get your feet moving. Because everything that you prayed for is on the other side of that action. And that's facts. Okay? So, I ain't mean to be on her that long. But I hope that whoever's come across this video got what you needed from it. And that you trust God and you trust your intuition, and don't let fear paralyze you, and make it happen. No one else can do it but you. Make it happen. You got it. You got it. Anywho, be encouraged. I love you. See you next time.